Welcome in here, race fans, to the Volusia Speedway Park here in Volusia, Florida. Tonight, the beasts from the Northeast have returned here. The Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Series have returned here to the Turn 3 Racing Network and the Volusia Raceway. Tonight, it is round number 7 here. The championship battle has been fierce between two of the top stars that are both under the age of 16. Peyton Talbert, Caleb Durgan. Two of the top drivers right now coming 7 points separated in the championship standings. Josh Sun and Talon Carter, along with Dylan Rabtoy. Your top 5 drivers in those Simbox championship standings coming into the night. And I think it's going to get even closer by the time we are done here tonight, as I believe it is 19 drivers have made their way here to Volusia for round number 7. We've been all over the place between Volusia and Lanier, and back to Volusia, back to Lanier all season long. Before taking that holiday break, coming back there on December the 29th, back to Lanier. Now we're here at Volusia. We do have a couple more races left on the schedule after tonight. We do go back to Lanier for one final time before we head to Volusia, and then the season finale to be determined, as we were going to head to the famous Port Royal Speedway in Pennsylvania. But due to iRacing not releasing the Port Royal Speedway, we will not go to the Speed Palace for the final race of the season. That is to be determined yet by the racers. So, with just a couple races left here in the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series, man, this has been all brought to us by our friends over at Valley View Firewood. The family-owned and operated Valley View Firewood is located over at 926 Sunset Drive in Willsboro, New York, serving the North Countryside with all its firewood needs, from small bundles to truckloads. Well-seasoned, split firewood ready to heat your home or campfire. We thank the Valley View Firewood for coming back on board this season. These drivers couldn't do it without them. We thank them, along with Begor Supply, a family-owned and operated business located in Moores, New York, offering variant and products from hardware, plumbing, septic supplies, you name it, they have it. Animal and pet feed, lawn and garden, recreational parts, they have it all ready for you, along with that famous propane fill station, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. So get there early, and Saturday, make sure you get there even earlier, only open till lunchtime. And those are just some of the sponsors that make everything possible here behind the scenes for the series for these drivers. Tonight, though, heat race number 1 will start to make its way to the starting lineup, and this is how they will look. Starting on the front row, driving the 1W here tonight, the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, the 1W. Snap-on Giovanna's Pizza, along with the Bartell Builders 1W of Wade McDuff. Starting to his outside, driving car number 7 here tonight. He hails out of Plattsburgh, New York, the LeClaire Flatworx Adirondack Renovations. This is Josh LeClaire. Starting back in P number 3, driving car number 55 here tonight. The driver out of New York, the DE Designs Basin Excavating. Driver out of the Albany Saratoga Speedway, this is Paul Moran. Starting back in P number 4, driving the Clark & Son number 77 here tonight. The driver out of New York, this is Chris Clark. Starting back in P number 5 here tonight, he drives car number 14T. This is the driver out of South New Berlin, New York, the Fast Lane Performance, Precision Hydraulic and Oil, Rocket Racing Setups, Utica Rome driver of Peyton Talbert. Starting on the back here, driving car number 4 out of New York, the Heath's Auto number 4. This is CJ Lavere. That is our 6-car starting lineup here. 3 to qualify here right out of heat race number 1. 8 laps will be the distance here. 3 heat races on the docket tonight. There you see them as they come by our camera. We're ready to go. Next time by, we'll drop the hammer on these modifieds. 358 modifieds here tonight. The big blocks are officially parked for the season. No more big block shows on the schedule. Question being here in heat race number 1, will the drivers that are starting 5th and 6th, they are some of the drivers that started or finished inside the top 10 last week. That's why they are scheduled to roll off so far towards the tail. There you see the 1W, the Bartell Builders 1W of Wade McDuff. He is ready to go. We are green flag racing here tonight. Green flag racing in the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series. Down the back straightaway, Wade McDuff will scoot ahead as the early race leader here. Battle for second, though. Joshua LeClaire to the outside, and the LeClaire Flatworx number 7. He's got the 55 of Paul Moran down to the bottom side of the speedway. Chris Clark is back there. Peyton Tavern all over the back end of that number 77. One car going around on the 14T will go around here to bring out first caution flag of the evening here in heat race number 1. It looks like that is the 4 of CJ LeClaire also there in the heat's auto repair, number 4. Those two drivers getting together. Bringing out our first caution flag of the evening right on board here. I believe we have the onboard camera with car number 4, the Daddy Daycare Designs onboard camera with CJ LeClaire. Peyton just a little bit sideways in the 14T, and that's what's going to send him around after he gets hooked up with the 4 there. Check out the Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits onboard camera. This is with Peyton Tavern. I'm sure he'll be taking a drink after that one. So that's the first caution flag of the evening here. It's still going to be led, though, when we come back here racing. It will be the 1W Wade McDuff to the outside. It does look like he's going to put the Bartel Builders 1W on the outside here, while the LeClaire Flatworx entry will start to the inside here on this restart. All restarts are brought to us by our friends over at the Hanson Starter Shop. Hanson Starter Shop, 30-plus years of experience in the upstate area. Working on alternators, generators, anything you can think of, they repair it. Wade McDuff going to jump out to that huge lead, so everybody will be battling back here. LeClaire not getting quite up to speed on the get-go. Down the back straightaway, LeClaire still working the inside lane. There's the 77, the Cheetah Chassis. Number 77, oh, he's going to get a little bit of a bump. It's going to check them all up. Here comes the 55 of Paul Moran. He'll run down to the bottom side with that DE Designs, number 55. Paul Moran on the move, but he's going to make contact there. He's going to slap it off the Heat's Auto, number 4. As the caution lights will come on for the second time, it looks like the 14T, Peyton Tavern, going around once again. Maybe it's not the night for the driver out of South New Berlin, New York. Peyton going to go dust off the top side now. Take a look what happened to Peyton Tavern. This is what brought the caution flag out. Down on the bottom side there of the DE Designs. Oh, Paul Moran going to make contact there with CJ LeClaire, and it pushes the 55 down the speedway, and that's right where Peyton Tavern was trying to go. Get a little bit of a closer look here tonight down the back straightaway from our cameras. Chain reaction, nowhere for Peyton Tavern to go. The only thing he could do was turn that precision. Built entry back around. Bring you back live pictures. It does look like all drivers are still out here, so all 6 drivers still out fighting for 3 spots here tonight. We're going to lock 9 of them in. It looks like single file being called by race control here. See if we can get some laps logged here in heat race number 1. Green flag back into the air. Everybody to turn number 1, still chasing Wade McDuff. He has led since the drop of the green flag. Here comes Peyton Tavern now. Got a great start. Does look like Paul Moran had to go to the tail of the field here, involved in the incident. Oh, contact there. Peyton Tavern going to get into the 77. That's now going to want him up behind Paul Moran and CJ LeClaire. Now it's going to put Peyton Tavern into a transfer spot with 2 laps to go as the popsicle sticks go in the air. There's the battle for the race lead, though. Wade McDuff hasn't. He's led every lap, but here comes Joshua LeClaire now. He is on the hunt right on board with the Daddy Daycare Designs as LeClaire tries to cut underneath out of turn number 4. He'll have a good run, but the white flag will fly. It's the final trip around the speedway here in heat race number 1. Battle for the race lead. Will it be McDuff? Will it be Josh LeClaire? Peyton Tavern is looking like he's going to transfer in pretty solidly. Last try off turn 4. To go Wade McDuff, Josh LeClaire, Peyton Tavern, 1, 2, and 3 across the line. Chris Clark, CJ LeClaire, and Paul Moran. That means another one of those heat races are coming up, and this is how they're going to line up here for heat race number 2. Starting on the front row out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, driving car number 1. It's the Rags Carter Racing entry. This is Talon Carter. Starting back in P number 2, hailing from north of the border here tonight, the Ottawa, Ontario driver, the TJB Mortgage and Investments Group, Cornwall Speedway driver, J.D. Haldane. Starting back in row number 2 to the inside, it's the 97.5 out of Mooresville, New York, the Riley Ford Inc. This is Nathaniel Gay. Starting back in P number 4, then he drives the 1X2 entry. This will be Rob Lowell of the Lowell Motorsports entry. He will start back and forth. Starting 5th on the grid here tonight, it's the youngster. Out of New York, the Adirondack Siding and Construction, JDS Taping and Painting, Ducharme Speed. This will be little Caleb Durgan. Durgan will roll off 5th. Starting from the 6th position here tonight, driving car number 31. He drives out of Plattsburgh, New York, the Labatt Blue Coors Light entry. He's as confused as I am trying to read that. The Airborne Speedway 4-cylinder driver. This is Matt LaValle. That is your 6-car field here. 6 cars trying to lock themselves in here. We will only put 3 cars to the A main here out of heat race number 2, who will join Wayne McDuff in the winner's circle here tonight. Race control passing along the information that we will not have a last chance qualifier here tonight. So we will go 3 heat races straight into a 35-lap feature event coming up in just a little while. So here we come. Into the restart zone this time by. We will drop the hammer on heat race number 2. Talon Carter says, chase me to turn 1. So the youngster out of Pennsylvania will lead turn 1. He'll lead off turn number 2. J.D. Haldane, 1 car way high. That's the 1X2 entry, the Featherlight Trailers entry of Rob Lowell. He goes to the outside. LaValle in that Chevrolet, sponsored number 31, now working the bottom side. Look at that big slider there. Caleb Durgan going to throw a huge slider on Nathaniel Gay, and that's going to check them all up. All drivers okay. They all drive away. Look at Rob. He drove it in real hard down that time in 3 and 4. Our Valley View Firewood onboard camera riding on board with the 1X2. Had to lift a little bit that time. Five laps to go here in heat race number 2. Talon Carter out front and trying to see if he can go wire to wire. J.D. Haldane looking pretty solid there in the 2nd position. Caleb Durgan in 3rd. Nathaniel Gay back here into P number 4, while Matthew LaValle is back into the 5th spot. Rob Lowell still back there, trailing the field. 4 to go this time by. We talk about it a lot lately here. Talon Carter, the young driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, goes from running slingshots in Berks County up at Linda's and running at Kutztown here and there, transferring in to a Sportsman Modified this season, running at BAPS in the 5-mile up there in New York, along with the Big Diamond Speedway in Grandview in Pennsylvania, finishing 3rd in points, I believe it was, at BAPS, and just coming here to iRacing, taking all the knowledge and skill that he gained all season long behind the real world wheel of his race car, hopping into a sim rig here and just dominating as of late. He'll come out of turn 4. He'll take the white flag here. He is looking pretty good. Look at Caleb Durgan. He has now rolled in J.D. Haldane in the final lap. See if he can make his way around. Haldane going to work the middle groove. It will be Talon Carter picking up the win. Here comes Caleb Durgan on the inside. Does he have enough? No. It'll be Carter. It'll be Haldane and Durgan. LaValle, Gay, along with Lowell, will have to go to a last chance. Actually, correction, there is no last chance. So Talon Carter, Wade McDuff both pick up wins here tonight. Leaves us with one final heat race here tonight. And how will they line up? This is how they line up. Starting on the front row here out of Kokomo, Indiana. They call him Chris Brown from downtown. The White Owl Performance 136 will roll from P number 1. To his outside, the driver that is the outsider, he likes to call himself, the keyboard warrior. It's the 98 coming out the gate, the Griffith Stone entry of Racing Jason out of Crossville, Tennessee. Kevin Chaffee driving car number 73 here tonight out of Bradford. The White River Toyota TO Pro car will roll off from P number 3. Starting at P number 4 here, he drives car number 20 out of Lebanon, New Hampshire, the No Limit Detailing. Lebanon Valley Speedway Sportsman. This is Dave Coburn. Starting back into the 5th position, hailing out of Vermont, it is actually going to be Swanton, Vermont, in the race die in tubing. Island Excavating, Airborne Speedway Sportsman driver, car number 22. This is Dylan Rabtoy. And starting way back, shotgun to the field, it's the M2 of John McPhee. McPhee will tag the back of the field here tonight. So McPhee looking to see if he can come back up through the All Points Construction entry. That's your starting lineup here for our final heat race of the evening. Wayne McDuff picking up heat race number 1. Talon Carter picking up heat race number 2. We got to thank Clark & Son Automotive here, established back in 2019. Clark & Son Automotive has built up one of the area's best reputation in customer service with advanced diagnostics, automotive repair, fleet maintenance programs, and fabrication, heavy-duty truck repair services, computer system diagnostics, ABS system repair. Call them today for all your custom needs. That's Clark & Son Automotive. Green flag into the air on the final heat race of the evening. Final heat race is underway as Chris Brown leads them off turn number 1, down turn number 2. That for sale backup car by Racing Jason working the outside of the speedway, trying to put the 98 in the show one final time with that chassis before they retire it. He works the outside there. Here comes, look at that M2 entry. That no limit detailing. M2 to the outside there. John McPhee trying to put it in, trying to get around Kevin Jaffe for that final transfer spot. He is looking hot to trot right now. He's got that M2 slinging sideways. Chris Brown does lead lap number 1 with Racing Jason behind him, so it's Indiana and Tennessee leading the way here in heat race number 3 tonight. Kevin Jaffe, though, coming back on with that White River Toyota down on the bottom side. He got a great run through 3 and 4. Not so much through 1 and 2 down there on the bottom side. Here comes Rabtoy now on the race die in tubing, number 22. He's working the outside of the speedway. Coburn working the extreme outside right now. Nothing worked in just yet that high. Now you see Rabtoy go down there. Kevin Jaffe runs a little bit of a slider line that time through 1 and 2. Everybody still chasing Chris Brown. Chris Brown out front. Racing Jason is sitting there in second. John McPhee right there. McPhee in the last 3 events we have had here with the Valley View Firewood iRacing National Series. He has put on a different kind of ball cap under that helmet because he has been strapped in and he has been coming to the front. Look at Rabtoy work the bottom side in 3 and 4. The inside looks really good down in 3 and 4. Not so much down here in 1 and 2. This time Rabtoy going to enter on the high side. He's going to exit on the low side. See if he can find a little grip on the bottom side. And now back down to the bottom 3 and 4. From the bottom side to entering turn number 3 and 4. White flag is up. Chris Brown here tonight, trying to bring it home. Chris Brown will pick up the win. It'll be Racing Jason in second, John McPhee in third, so Chris Brown will win. And that will do it for our heat races here tonight. Warm-up session coming up here in just a couple of moments. These drivers are going to have a little bit of time to work in the speedway here. While we have some time, though, we do got to thank M&M Country Store, a small-town convenience store offering all your necessities, including fuel, food, and that's right, beer. Stop in, try out the small-town diner, or get it to go. Gioiosa's Wine and Spirit, Plattsburgh, home for wine and spirits. If we don't have it, you can't get it. For the best price in town, Gioiosa's has you covered. LeClaire Flatworx, located in Plattsburgh, New York. The LeClaire Flatworx specializes in custom stamped sidewalks, patios, anything concrete related. Look them up today on Facebook, contact them, and get your free quote for your next outdoor renovations. Daddy Daycare Designs came on board this season also with the series, located in Pure, New York. Daddy Daycare's design specializes in CNC machined wood products such as signs, decorations, furniture, and much more. You can find them over on Facebook. Race fans, it's time to step away very quick for our invocation here at Volusia. We'll be back with your feature event for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series.
stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back here, race fans. The Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series ready to kick things off here in Volusia. 35 laps of hard-nosed modified racing here in the wintertime. Of course, up in New York, Vermont, you all already have snow. Us here in Pennsylvania, especially in our area here in the Kutztown area, we don't have snow just yet, but the weatherman tells us it's on the way for tomorrow. So, everybody, you need to hurry out and head on over to the Valley View Firewood and make sure you have your firewood stacked up and ready to go for this winter. It's going to get harsh in the New York area. Make sure you get out there today and get that firewood. Just like we're ready to light things up here tonight, warm up here tonight for these drivers are in the books. We are ready to roll. Ready to roll, and this is how they will line up here tonight. There you see him down track side. Your starting lineup here tonight for our feature event looks like this. Driving the 1W out of Hudson Falls, New York, the Bartell Builders entry. This is the 1W of Wade McDuff. Starting at his outside, he drives car number 1 out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. The Kelly Spade, a realtor of Keller Williams Platinum Realty. Talon Carter. Starting P number 3, driving the 136 out of Kokomo, Indiana, the White Owl Performance 136 of Chris Brown from downtown. The LeClaire Flatworx number 7 of Joshua LeClaire will roll from P number 4, while J.D. Haldane from Canada will roll from P number 5. Racing Jason out of Crossville, Tennessee will roll then from the 6th starting spot, while Peyton Talbot in the 14T will go in position number 7. Starting 8th here tonight, driving car number 17, Caleb Durkin will go from 8th, while the M2 entry of John McPhee will go 9th. 10th will go to the 77, the Clark and Son Automotive entry. He will go 10th. That's Chris Clark. Matthew LaValle in the Chevrolet entry will go from the 11th spot, while Kevin Chaffee will roll off from P number 12. Starting 13th on our grid here tonight, the Heath Auto number 4 of CJ LaVere, while the 97.5 of Nathaniel Gay will go 14th. Dylan Rabtoy, the Raised Iron Tubing number 22, will go 15th. 16th, the DE Designs number 55 of Paul Moran. The 1X2 of Rob Lowell will go from the 17th position. Wow. The Coburn entry, car number 20, will go 18th on our starting grid and final car to make the main event here tonight. So it all comes down to Wayne McDuff and when he is ready to fire these bad boys off. 35 laps on the distance. We will go green flag racing this time by. Green flag up in the air. One car jumping out of line on the inside. I believe that was the 83 of J.D. Haldane. Everybody's going to hang on to it as they look off turn number 1 and 2. It'll be all Wade McDuff with, well, the 136 of Chris Brown trying to follow him. Look at everybody. The track very well prepped here tonight. 3 wide racing. That's the M2. McPhee stuck in the middle. The 31 down to the bottom side of LaValle to the outside. That is the 73. That is the 73. Kevin Chaffee's the car to the outside. J.D. Haldane losing a couple spots here on the opening laps. Lap 1 does go to Wayne McDuff, but Chris Brown went right around him like he was tied to a stump and just left him sit. Look on board. Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits entry off the Whiteout Performance. 136. Look at Caleb Durgan. He's already picked up 6 spots along with Peyton Talbot. Both those cars are on the move here tonight. For the entries back here, look at that Heath Auto Repair number 4 of C.J. LeClaire worked the bottom side of the speedway. LeClaire said he's money racing this season. When it's time to go racing in New York, he's going to travel. Going on the traveling scene. Chasing the trophies, the checks. 1 car around. That's the 77 of Chris Clark. Clark does save it. But look at the battle now for the race lead. Caleb Durgan off turn number 2 will look to the inside. The Valley View Firewood number 17 of Caleb Durgan now going to take the race lead here on lap number 6. He'll lead as our third now leader of the night. Third leader in 6 laps. All drivers leading 2 laps apiece. Wayne McDuff, who did start on the pole, has fallen all the way back to the 5th position now. That Bartell Builders 1W entry. Still within striking distance. Talon Carter way sideways down in 1. He'll protect from the 14T of Peyton Talbot. Everybody looks like they have migrated back down to the bottom side of the speedway here to find a little grip. Talbot going to get sideways that time off 4. It'll let Carter now extend his little bit of a race lead that he had over him. That's still back into the 3rd spot, though, for Carter. 4th for Talbot. The DE Designs entry, that's Paul Moran up to the outside of the speedway. There's the M2 of John McPhee. Working the bottom, keeping that car very straight, just trying to drive it off like he's on asphalt down there. Same thing with J.D. Haldane. He's trying to drive his 83 straight down into turn number 1 and 2. Sideways, though, off turn 2, trying to keep it out of the DE Designs door panel there. Paul Moran just holding on for that 13th spot. He's picked up 3 spots since we went racing. J.D. Haldane, those dropped 9 spots in the bucket back here to the 14th spot. Nobody has ran him down just yet. Caleb Durgan with 24 laps to go in this feature event. 10 laps already off the board here tonight. Chris Brown still holding second, but here comes Talon Carter. These two just battled it out on Sunday night. Now they're back to doing it. Wheel to wheel here. Brown goes way high down in 3. He went high in 3. He'll lose the spot. Here comes Peyton Talbot now down to the bottom side. Look at him. Right on board with Talon Carter in the Ducharme Speed. All board camera. There's Chris Brown. He'll open up the door. Here comes the 14T. Peyton Talbot now going to take over that 3rd spot. 22 laps to go, and everybody's pretty much stretched themselves out. Chris Brown going to lose a lot of ground now. He went from being just about, 3 car lengths away from Caleb Durgan about 3 laps ago to now sitting about 2 seconds back in P number 4. The average age right now of your top 3 runners, Caleb Durgan, Talon Carter, and Peyton Talbot, 14 and a half years old. That's right, 14 and a half years old. Race fans, they don't even have their driver's license out here tonight. And they are walking away with the show. Paul Moran down to the bottom side here again, down in 1 and 2. Trying to get around that White River Toyota, number 73 of Kevin Chaffee. 20 laps to go, that time by at the big board. Chaffee going to get into the 55, and we're going to stack them up. A couple cars going around. The caution lights are going to come on here. 1 car on its lid. That is the 1X2 entry. Does look like maybe a little rear end suspension damage also on car 55. So that'll be the first caution flag we've seen tonight in our feature event here. Paul Moran, Chris Clark, Rob Lowell, and Kevin Chaffee all involved. Watch the 55 here. This is what our cameras caught. A little right front to the left rear. Turns the DE Designs car sideways and just stacks them up on the bottom side of the speedway. Paul Moran goes to save it, and it's just too much, and around he goes. So we're coming back for another restart here into the Hanson Starter Shop restart zone. The lights do go out on the official iRacing.com pace truck. They picked up that iRacing.com pace truck, though, over at Direct Imported Vehicles, located at 48 Spillman Road in Plattsburgh, New York. Direct Imported Vehicle specializes in lightly used trucks, SUVs, importing them from Canada, making them 100% Americanized to sell directly to the public at lower prices than dealers. That's Direct Imported Vehicles, another one of our sponsors here this season, along with Simbox. If you don't have one, you need one. Check them out on Facebook.com at Simbox/PC. Little contact there on the restart down in one. Going to bottle him up on the inside lane. Peyton Tower going to have to check up. He made contact with Talon Carter. Checks up that inside row. Wayne McDuff was down there trying to pick up a couple spots, but all the advances that he had made down into one, out the window. Durgan continues to lead Chris Brown back to the top side with that whiteout performance, 136 entry. The Warriors wrapping the outside. Peyton Talbot, the Short Track Super Series 602 modified driver, down to the inside. Talbot likes to race his modifieds while Chris Brown works out there for the Gas City Motorsports team in Kokomo, Indiana. Wingless sprint cars is now his new background of racing in real life. As you see, the four-cylinder, the Hornet driver, C.J. LeClaire, get around the inside now. Chris Brown is trending in the wrong direction here as we're over halfway home in the feature event. One driver off the speedway. It's the 1X2 entry of Rob Lowell. He is done here tonight as Caleb Durgan continues to set the blistering pace. Durgan sets the blistering pace, and now here comes the Joker. Racing Jason down to the inside. The driver out of Tennessee trying to take it around the Kokomo, Indiana zone to Chris Brown. Brown, I don't know if he has suspension damage to that whiteout performance. You see it when he goes down to the corner. It just did not react right as Dobbs got around him. Riding on board the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee. Everybody down around the bottom side. The conveyor belt going right now. Dobbs losing a little ground there. He has now fallen back to 6th. That's actually where he started. He was as high up as 4th. Now back to 6th. Here comes Chris Brown. He's lurking to the inside as they work off turn 2. He'll go a little bit lower than Dobbs. These two running big block modifieds on Sunday night together along with Wayne McDuff. So 3 drivers that are running 5th, 6th, and 7th have a lot of seat time this past season running with each other on the dirt. Brown going to slide up almost in front of the number 98. Didn't quite get there. Dobbs going to hit the fence line there down the front straightaway. He'll lose one spot there because that is the LeClaire Flatworx, number 7. Joshua LeClaire now working the inside of the speedway. LeClaire has fallen back 3 spots since we went racing, and we're already like that, race fans, under 10 laps to go. Race leader this time, Caleb Durgan, going to see just 8 laps to go when he came across the stripe. Battle, though, is raging here for the 2nd spot, Talon Carter. Pennsylvania versus New York right here. Peyton Talbot working him over. Trying to find a way. Talbot going to run it into the bottom side a little bit farther than Carter. Carter driving it a little bit straighter into 1 and 2 using the middle groove. 7 to go. 7 to go. Your top 3 have checked out over C.J. LeClaire, who's sitting back there in the 4th spot. He's so far the biggest mover and shaker. He's got his dancing shoes on here tonight. Peyton Tower trying to put a little bit of a jig together, though. 6 to go as we continue to make laps here tonight at Volusia. It's Durgan, it's Carter, it's Tabbert, it's LeClaire, it's McDuff, your top 5. Brown is back there running in 6th, while LeClaire is 7th. LaValle is worked his way into the top 10. He is 8th. Griffith has fallen back. That's Dobbs in the 98, back to the 9th spot, while Dylan Raptoy has now cracked the top 10 for the first time. High 5 that time from the flagman. It's just 5 more laps around the speedway here tonight. 5 more trips around. Caleb Durgan looking to maybe pick up another one here. He opened up the season at Volusia with a win. Trying to pick round number 7 up for these modifieds. One driver having issues. I believe that was Nathaniel Gay. He's able to gather his car back up. It refired instantly. 3 laps to go. Wade McDuff, you have a challenger for P number 5. Oh, McDuff going to go into the bottom. He's going to screw the pooch, as they would say it. McDuff on the bottom side of the speedway just got all sorts of cattywampus and washed it up the speedway. Chris Brown just waltzed right on through as the old popsicle sticks. 2 to go. Durgan, that's the lead as you watch from onboard our Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits onboard camera as your race leader will come by this time to pick up the Valley View Firewood white flag. It's the final trip around the speedway for Caleb Durgan. The battle still on for second. Who will have second? Who will have third? Oh, Talon's going to hit the wall that time out of turn number 2. That's going to hand second place, I think, to Talon Carter. But coming out of turn 4 to pick up the win here tonight, it will be the 17 of Caleb Durgan. Talon Carter comes across in second, while Peyton Tabbert is third. CJ LeClaire, Chris Brown, and a gaggle of cars coming across. It'll be Brown in 5th, McDuff in 6th, LaValle in 7th, LeClaire is 8th, Griffith is 9th, and Raptoy will round down our field. There is your winner, though. The driver out of New York, driving that Adirondack siding and contracting number 17. Caleb Durgan. All your unofficial results on the left-hand side of the screen here tonight. There's your top 2. We're going to word in with them. There's your third place driver, the 14T of Peyton Tower. We'll take a quick break here tonight from Volusia. We'll be back here with the Valley View Firewood Victory Lane celebration with Caleb Durgan. I'm sure he'll be celebrating this one.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Volusia Speedway Park here in Barberville, Florida, here tonight for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series. For round number 7, they came in and they absolutely tore the dirt off the racing surface, especially the driver down here in Victory Lane. Let's head down trackside to get a word in here with your race winner tonight. He goes by the name of Caleb Durgan. Durgan, a pretty dominating win here tonight at Volusia for you and your team.
Yeah, we got really lucky there on, I think it was honestly lap 1. They all bunched up and I got the third. And from there, I was just able to set sail, and I got under, I don't know who it was, in 1, and took the lead, and from then on, I checked out.
You were able to check out there, but a late race caution came out that kind of bunched the entire field back up. You had the one of Talon Carter and the 14T of Talbot back there, where you're worried that those two drivers were going to be able to match you at the end of this one.
Honestly, a little bit. I know Talon's really good in 358s here, and Peyton, he is too. So I was just really focused on hitting my marks and making sure I didn't leave a lane on the bottom.
Is there something about this track that you like? Because this will be the second win you get down here in Florida.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Volusia's always been one of my best tracks, even though I hate it.
You hate it? It's got to be one of those hate-love relationships because, man, last time we came here, you dominated that one too, and nobody seems to have your number. I do have a little bit of sad fact for you, though. We only have one more race here at Volusia.
Oh, that sucks. I guess I have to go get good at Lanier now.
Well, we only have one more race at Lanier also.
Oh, I guess I have to get better overall.
When you look at the points championship standings, a lot of your competitors don't like to look at those, especially this close at the end of the year. Tonight's win will put you within just a couple of points of that points championship, and the big prize at the end of the year, with just looking at it, 3 races left. Lanier, Volusia, and the to-be-determined mystery track that has not yet come out. Where do you think you can really maybe close the lead to take that championship top spot?
Man, it's just going to be keeping the 14T behind me. He seems every race he's the one either in front of me or right on my bumper. So as long as we try to keep him behind me, I think we'll be okay.
Well, you were okay tonight. You were great here tonight as you parked the car in Victory Lane. Congratulations once again as the red carpet gets rolled out here for you tonight, as the microphone is yours. Who makes this all possible back home behind the scenes?
Yeah, JD Stapen Painting, Valley View Firewood, and Tiger Racing Shocks. Add a sign for the sick rap. Big Now Racing Products. You guys for putting on the broadcast. Paul for putting on the show. Everyone watching. All my family members watching. And congrats to Peyton and Talon for the second and third.
There you hear it, the driver out of New York who picks up another win here at Volusia. I think we're just going to have to park his name down here in Victory Lane with his number. Caleb Durgan, the little digger, digged hard here tonight, and he will pick up tonight's 35-lap feature event. Coming home in P number 2, it's the driver out of Pennsylvania. Well, Talon, you did it once again. You came out here, you battled the New York drivers, and you were able to put this number 1 right up here on the podium.
Yeah, it was alright. At least I didn't get flipped this week. Josiah Milne wasn't here to do that for me. But, yeah, it was a good race overall. I'd catch Caleb at some points and then lose him again. And Peyton was on my back bumper there the whole time. But overall, a pretty good race.
A little bit of orange on this number 1 here tonight. You were battling with the 14T pretty hard all evening long. A couple contact, couple scrapes down there. How hard was it, though, to hold off that 14T at the end?
It's really hard, actually. Peyton's real good. I've seen him race in real life, too, and he's really good up there in New York, and I hope I get to race again someday in real life.
Well, sitting here on iRacing isn't good enough for you now. You want to take it to the real track and see if you can beat him.
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably show me up, but you never know.
Well, I heard you can actually buy the motor out of his car from last season, maybe your Go Faster, right?
I heard you're actually going to buy the motor for me, so,
Well, maybe we'll see one day if we can work that out for you here. But another great run for you, Talon, as this will actually close the points championship gap for you, too, as you do finish ahead of Peyton Tower. What's it going to take now for you to close in? It looks like you're going to leave here about 22 points out of that top spot.
I think I'd probably have to win all the next races, but I definitely don't think I'll be able to win the points championship here, but podium finish would be pretty good.
Well, see, maybe if you go out and win that championship, then we'll talk about buying Peyton's monster motor for you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, congratulations here, Talon, as you've ripped off a bunch of podiums this season. There's a lot of sponsors behind you in your real-world car that we see here on the iRacing.com platform.
Yeah, I gotta thank Kelly Spade Realtor, Carol Williams, Platinum Realty, Grand Central Tap Room, Kutztown Printing, Cantner's Tire Service, Lucky 13 Tattoos and Piercings, Gessie Chiropractic, Levan Machine and Truck Equipment, Chrisman's Meat Market, D.A. Brett's Motorcycle, Fab and Paint, KB Motors Incorporated, Deca Batteries, Matty Pearl Band, and I gotta thank Dorian Legg for coming back on board this year, and Paul Court for making all my wraps.
And Talon, this just coming across the wire. Dad wants you to brush your teeth and change your socks before bed tonight.
I don't wear socks.
Well, there you have it. He doesn't wear socks, race fans. Talon Carter is off tonight as he is sitting P number 2 at the end of this 35-lap feature. Talon Carter out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania will finish second. Sitting by here third, and he's just chuckling to himself after all these interviews here tonight. Peyton Talbert. Peyton, you had to come from the back in your heat race. You had a couple accidents, and, well, you got lucky that we didn't have to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight. Everybody qualifying in, but how hard was it here tonight at Volusia for you?
Yeah, for sure. That heat race was a nightmare. Just had a rough heat race. That put us started P7 there, and just pretty much. I actually thought the top side was going to come in there, and it just really never did. Then Talon got around us there, and that kind of sealed the deal for us. Just kind of ran around in the middle there, and felt like we were a little bit faster than Talon there for a little bit there at the end, and then he started pulling away with us, like 2 laps to go. So, we just take a top 3 and move on to the next week.
You already talked about it. Moving on to next week, we will head back to Lanier. 40 laps on the docket from the Bull Ring. How you going to like heading out of Florida here to head up north just a little bit?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It'll definitely, I think it'll be an improvement. I don't really mind Volusia that much. I think I like Lanier a little bit better, but, it just depends on the night. It really depends on where you qualify in these cars. It's just sometimes it's hard to pass, and, we'll just see what we can do next week.
Well, congratulations here tonight on your third place finish. Who do you got to thank back home on the 14T?
Yeah, just gotta thank Corey at Reesville Performance, Fastline Performance, Test Body Shop, Precision Hydraulic and Oil, Northeast Forestry, Dig Race Products, Hickfab Chassis, Donath Motorworks, JK Signworks, who else am I forgetting here? Parker Excavation, just everyone that watches and supports. Y'all for broadcasting this, and for Paul for putting this on for us, and we'll see how we do next week.
There it is, the driver of the 14T here tonight, Peyton Talbert, going to pick up another podium finish tonight. It's third, though, here at Volusia. He will trail Talon Carter and Caleb Durgan across the line here in this one. It was an exciting one from Volusia. That's to be, I'm going to say this has got to be one of the best races we've seen here at Volusia in a long time, especially with these 358 modifieds. And, man, I can't wait till we head back north just a little bit. 40 laps at the little Bull Ring at Lanier. We're going to cover it back with some dirt, and we're going to see if the high side will come in next week. But we got to thank everybody that's tuning in out there, along with all the long list of sponsors. We got to thank the guys over at Valley View Firewood for coming on board this season as the title sponsor of the series, along with Clark & Son Automotive, M&M Country Store, Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits, along with Daddy Daycare Designs, Begor Supply, Hanson Starter Shop, Ducharme Speed, Direct Imported Vehicles, LeClaire Flatworx, and Simbox. You need one. Race fans, from all of us here at the Valley View Series, along with all of our sponsors and all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show here from Volusia, and we can't wait to see you just 1 week from now at Lanier. Till we see you then, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you at the races.